Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we got some things to go over from the Star Trek Online official Twitter feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, you know the drill. Do us a favor, hit that like button. Also, if you're new here, subscribe here to the YouTube bridge, as we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains where we can share our love and our passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now, with that said, here we go. Finally, we knew this was coming, didn't know when it was coming, but it's here now. So what we're going to do is go over this blog here, drop our 2 ECs, of course, and then give our conclusion. So here we go. The legendary First Strike bundle is bringing the legendary Akira and legendary Valdore to PC next week. And all I can say is, yes! Captains, we knew of this leak of these 2 ships back last year when it was shown on Cryptic's 10 Forward stream. As I'm not sure if, I don't think they meant to do it, but anyways, regardless, it's here now, and I love this art. Like, let's just take a second to look at this, because this looks absolutely awesome. I love the look of the TMP Akira. I love how they did this, so simple, yet very recognizable. But of course, when I say recognizable, of course we know it's the Akira, but of course you can see hints of the Miranda in there and the saucer, and it just looks so good and sleek. So anyways, there's that. So let's go over to the blog here and see what we are getting. Love that. Love that. Look at the fighters there. Why did it look... okay, hold on. So the Legendary First Strike bundle, grab 2 brand new Legendary ships and a whole host of other goodies in the Legendary First Strike bundle. So there is again that image. So Jalon True, captains, behold the Legendary First Strike bundle. This bundle celebrates 2 of the most stunning and beloved ships in Star Trek. 100% the Akira is one of my top fave ships, captains, and I'm so glad we get this version of it now. 1 each in the Romulan and Federation traditions. Each ship comes with all of the skins, traits, and consoles these ships have had throughout their long history in Star Trek Online, and brand new trait that you can unlock for your entire account. So the Legendary First Strike bundle will have a normal retail price of 12,000 Zen, but will be 30% off from April 12th. So that's next week, captains, as of this video, until the 19th. During this introductory sale, it's the best time to get your hands on 2 legendary ships and everything else below. So that is awesome. Now, when you look at that, I believe that's like 9,000 or something like that, but that's just for 2 ships. And then what we're going to get, which we're going to go over right now. So one of the sort of things that we were waiting to see if this came with was this. So yes, we get a tier 6 ship coupon gift pack. So that is awesome. So really, for the price of what we're going to get it, you're getting 3 ships, captains. So that is not a bad deal at all, in my opinion. Plus this extras, which are 2 ship slots, 3 ship upgrade tokens, 2 Gamma Quadrant Duty Officer, 2 Romulan Survivor Duty Officer packs, 23rd Century Vulcan Ambassador outfit, Mercenary set, Species Unlock Cardassians. That's interesting. Captains, I'm not really into the Cardassians in terms of species, but we may have to make now a character, a new tune for Cardassians. We'll see. And of course, if you don't have one and you get a Cardassian, you have 1 tier 6 ship coupon that you can actually get a Cardassian ship in-game, but that is totally up to you. Cyborg Miracle Worker Bridge Officer. Woohoo! Maelstrom Quantum Torpedoes. That's awesome. I don't know why they kind of separated that, but sure. So exclusive to the pack, these 3 items: Temporal Ops Scorpion Fighter Squadron, the Kodai Fighter Squadron, and the Command Kodai Fighter Squadron. That's interesting. So click the buttons below for details on the stats of these legendary ships. Now, I know it goes Akira first and then Valdore, but we're going to go look at the Valdore first. So over here, we get this. So the legendary Valdore Temporal Ops Warbird. The legendary Valdore Temporal Ops Warbird is available as part of the Legendary First Strike bundle. I've always liked this skin because of the sort of sporty look that these fins give here. So I'm not sure if it got a redo over here in terms of kind of a reskin, but it looks good. It's looking good. There you go. The legendary Valdore Temporal Ops Warbird embodies the dream of a brighter future for all those who shelter beneath the banner of the Roman Republic, forged in the crucible. Crucible? Yes. Crucible of tremendous loss, free from the imperial mold. The people of the Republic stand proud with a newfound purpose. The fundamental strengths of character that built the Roman Star Empire are joined with other possibilities, new horizons, and new ways of thinking finally allowed to mingle with ancient traditions. I know how to say English. I'm just excited. Sorry, Caps. Glimpses of alternate timelines add perspective to this one. The ship's design philosophy has also evolved, sacrificing shield strength to focus on firepower, maneuver, and hull. Its precious technological advantages, once held firmly in the grip of the few, are spread throughout the fighter squadrons and ship's systems. It is a ship of new worlds, new horizons, and new strengths, built to battle old enemies and old ways of thinking. Guile and cunning are no strangers to honor and integrity, and I believe it means allied, but alloyed, I guess, means together. They are formidable indeed. It is easy to be a good person under the harsh scrutiny of the... What is this? Panopticon? What are these words? Why? The hosts who do good in the dark, where no one will ever know, carry our hope for the future, Jalon Drew. So, the legendary Valdore Temporal Ops Warbird. Now, we did go over this in the initial reaction when they featured this in the 10-4 stream, I believe like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. But we'll go over it again, officially. So, Tier 6. Of course, any faction, hull modifier is 1.37. The shield mod is 0.75. Of course, the 4 weapons is 5, AF2, experimental weapon, the Ion Storm Projector, which is... I'm kind of disappointed this didn't come with a new experimental weapon, but sure. Device slots 3, Bridge Officer Stations, 1 Commander Tactical Temporal Ops, 1 Lieutenant Tactical, 1 Lieutenant Engineering, 1 Lieutenant Science, and 1 Lieutenant Commander Universal Pilot. And we all know that Pilot did recently receive a boost, and this might actually be pretty cool, especially with reroute powered weapons, I believe. Consoles 5 attack, 2 inch, 4 psi, base turn rate 16, impulse mod 21, inertia 70, plus 15 weapons, plus 5 engine power. So, 1 hangar bay equipped with Temporal Ops Scorpion Fighter Squadrons, and here are the consoles that it comes with. So, Universal Ablative Hazard Shielding, the other one is Ionized Particle Beam, the Shield Absorber Frequency Generator, and of course can equip dual cannons, Ramen Enhanced Battle Cloak, and of course has the Molecular Reconstruction. Singularity Core, 40 base power for all subsystems, Plasma Shockwave, Quantum Absorption, Warp Shadow, Singularity Jump, Singularity Overcharge. It feels like a long time that we've had a Romulan ship come out, so nice to see though. I wish they kind of revamped this, to be honest, though, with captains. Like, it's kind of cool, but I don't really use it a lot, to be honest. Starship Ability Package, Tactical Warbird, so it has plus accuracy, plus Singularity Gain, minus Singularity Cooldown, plus Weapon Damage, plus Crit Chance, and the Starship trait is Emergency Weapon Cycle. Very good trait. Temporal Replication, Account Unlock Starship trait. So when your bridge officer uses a consumer temporal ops ability or a commander ability, I don't know why, your ship has a 20% chance per entropy on the target to trigger gravimetric conversion 1, rapid decay 1, or timeline collapse 1 automatically. That ability will use the same entropy stacks that were there at a time of trigger, even if another ability has already consumed them. So it's alright. I'm not really a temp ops ship, really a specialization sort of user. Obviously I do use it when I have it, usually just for the sort of uncon procs, of course recursive shearing if I have access to that. But it's there for you to use, Cap. So Admiralty Sats, Eng 21, Psi 48, Attack 48, Special 1.5 crit from Psi and Tac. So the new visual variants. So the Melponar. The legendary Valdore Temporal Ops Warbird comes with the Melponar variant from Lower Decks. Again, huge fan of Lower Decks captains. You know how much we love it here, so I'm glad we are getting this option here the skin here so that we can kind of have a lower decks themed Romulan sort of maybe build one day. So we're going to have to watch that episode again, Paradoxus, where the skin came from, where we saw it, and maybe have some fun that way. So other included variants here, it shows what you get. Of course, the Mogai, the one that we see in First Contact, or Nemesis, I should say. The Melpinar, of course, the Valdore, and the Morgu. So Temporal Ops Scorpion Fighter Squadrons, the legendary Vadore Temporal Ops Warbird comes with the special Temporal Ops Scorpion Fighter Squadron. So they look the same. Yay. So that is all for this. Now, all I have to say is, again, I'm happy that we are getting this. I'm happy that we're getting the skin. This is not going to be the feature for me into this bundle, obviously, but glad to have it. And yes, definitely 100% I am getting this bundle, but I'll probably say that again later. So there's that. Now let's head over, of course, to the Akira, which we have here. Again, just that smexy skin. So the legendary Akira multi-mission command cruiser. I love the fact that it's now a cruiser, as it's kind of designated as a cruiser. I kind of always felt that it was a cruiser type ship. So really, really interesting to see how she's going to handle in game. So the legendary Akira multi-mission command cruiser is available as part of the legendary First Strike bundle. Oof. Again, the first time I saw this ship, I fell in love with it. Just a very sleek, modern-looking ship for the Federation. And then, of course, in Prodigy, we saw that the torpedo launcher had kind of a rotating mechanism inside. So, you know, we can kind of mess with that. We can kind of use that to our sort of builds in terms of types of torpedoes we load on the ship. And torpedoes on the ship, we definitely will load. So, here we go. The legendary Akira multi-mission command cruiser embodies the finest traditions of Starfleet, a command and control vessel fully equipped to handle delicate diplomatic situations of all kinds, including the sort that suddenly devolves into violence. The Akira stands testament to the need to be resolute and reasonable, both. The universe is and will always be wondrous and dangerous, hopeful and threatened, so long as it is alive and free. As beings come together for greater and greater endeavors, the subtle creep of entropy lurks like a shadow, corrupting the powerful as all power corrupts, and tempting the strong by virtue of their strengths. Knowledge, exposure to new ideas and new cultures, and simple, peaceful contact is the best vaccine. It is the enduring mission of Starfleet to drive back the darkness of ignorance. The ship is powerful enough to boldly go, versatile enough to meet new life and new civilizations, and should the worst come to pass, is fully capable of deploying the most universal cure for the power mad, a photon torpedo. I love this. I love this little last part here. Love it, love it, love it. So I reread it, Caps, because it's so cool. And yes, usually it's the first time that we read this, so hence the stumbling here and there. But Captains, you already know that. This is just due to our excitement. Now, I will just note this because I never knew that until maybe just recently, or maybe 2 years ago. I did not know that the Akira had photon torpedo launchers here on the side. So that is cool. And I'm kind of glad they also included sort of the same thing in the new skin. But here we go. So of course, Tier 6, Federation and Federation Align. Hull Mod 1.2, Shield Mod 1.15. Of course, it is a 5.3. I'm glad it doesn't have to have the device slot for me, so I'm happy with this. Of course, here are the bridge officer stations. One Commander Engineering Command, which it should have been originally. Regardless, it is now a command ship, so yay for me, us, all of us. One Lieutenant Commander Tactical, one Ensign Tactical, one Lieutenant Commander Science Miracle Worker, and one Lieutenant Universal. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Miracle Worker, but I'm actually happy for that because I do like to pair command with mixed armament synergy. So that's going to be pretty cool. And if I want to actually make a sort of, let's say, phaser build out of this as opposed to a torpedo build, I can do that because I do like ERL as well. Along with, of course, it has sensor bands, which is a good boost to energy weapons. So consoles, 5 TAC, 4 Eng, 2 Psi, base turn rate 15, impulse mod 0.19. So plus 10 engine power, plus 5 shield power, plus 5 aux. Of course, it can equip dual cannons, 1 hangar bay equipped with Command Kodai fighter squadrons. So these are different looking fighters. Yes! So Universal Console, the point defense system, the torpedo point defense system, and I really do wish, like this, I wish this could be unlocked from the Akira and be put on any ship. I would just have a field day. This is like the equivalent of the redirecting arrays from Excel 2.0, but just photons. It just fires everywhere. I'm gonna put the redirecting arrays on this ship and then use that in conjunction with this and all the torpedo spreads. Oh my dear Lord, yes! Destabilized tachyon emitters, and of course inspiration abilities. Cruiser command array has weapon system efficiency, shield frequency modulation. That's it? You're not gonna get the other one? Like the... Huh, you only get 2. Alright, well, whatever. Whatever. It's not a full command ship, I guess, so. Starship Master Package Cruiser. So, plus kinetic and physical damage resistance, plus regeneration, plus energy and radiation damage resistance, plus max hull hit points, and the Starship trait is Coordinated Assault. I know a lot of people won't be happy with that, but that's okay. I am happy that I'm going to be able to use this for the gameplay that I do. And the captains, I always say that, you know, is each and every one of us is going to have a different way of playing Star Trek Online, and that's okay. For me, I'm okay with this, how this is coming out, to be honest with you. So, Torpedo Command and Control Account Unlocked Starship Trait. Using a command bridge officer ability allows all your pets' next kinetic weapon attack within the duration to reduce foe kinetic resistance. Ooh. Using a miracle worker bridge officer ability allows all of your kinetic weapon attacks within the duration to reduce foe kinetic resistance. Debuffs stacked together up to a maximum minus 50 kinetic damage resistance rating to foe. So that's a lot of damage resistance rating. So that's gonna, plus the torpedoes, wow. Now, it's amazing how this trait more synergizes, obviously, with the ship, but this one doesn't for the Vadore. Like, its trait here says if you use a commander ability. I feel like that's, I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's jiving in my head, but it is what it is. If you can make it work, Caps, that's all good. Admiralty stats. Eng 43, Psi 22, TAC 43, Special plus 20 Eng and TAC when alone. So here it is. The new visual variant, the Matsumoto. Oof, that just rolls off the tongue. Matsumoto. The legendary Akira multi-mission command cruiser comes with a TMP era styled Matsumoto class. I absolutely love it. Now, there was a fan design floating out there in the internet where all it did in terms of the skin was redress the Akira and smooth it out to the TMP style. So even the deflector looked very Akira-ish. This has a different looking deflector, almost like a Constitution type deflector. But that's okay. I'm just saying that just to make the point that I saw it. I do love how this does look really good. So we are definitely going to have a TMP fleet going on one of these days once we get this ship, because that is looking pretty sleek. So other included variants, of course, in addition to the brand new parts, the legendary Akira multi-mission command cruiser includes all the following Starship visuals. Like, look at that. The Akira, of course, the Oslo, which is so ugly. I'm sorry, I don't like that. The Zephyr, the Thunderchild. I do like the photon torpedo launcher on the Thunderchild. Of course, the Tier 6 Alita. Of course, the Matsumoto, and of course, the Artemis. See, so the Command Kodai Fighter Squadrons and the legendary Akira multi-mission command cruiser comes with a new Command Kodai Fighter Squadrons. I've seen these before. I just can't figure out where. It might have been a game. So what? We brought new fighters into the game. So we're going to have these. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. So that's awesome. I like how they didn't give us the stats of these, but that's okay. That's okay. We're happy we're getting this. Captains, we are super excited, definitely, that we're going to be getting this whole bundle. And yes, it's 3 ships in one, to be honest with you. So that's not that bad. And plus you get the upgrade tokens if you need it. And of course the Maelstrom Quantum Torpedoes, that's going to be interesting to see, again, where we can apply that. I think that's going to round up my sort of quantum torpedo lineup there. So I'm super happy. And I like the visual of that. But would you look at that, Captain? That is so awesome. Now, what we're going to do quickly here is just go to the ARC site just to make sure that there is nothing else. So we'll refresh this. Here, of course, it's a legendary first strike bundle. And everything looks okay. Now, we're going to go quickly in game here to the Isto Bridge. If it will allow us. There you go. So there was trouble, obviously, with logins last night. It seemed like I was okay to actually log in. But now we're okay. Now, having said that, in the Twitter feeds, it looked like what they were saying here, and we'll go back, of course, here. I'm not sure, hopefully, Captains, you're not having trouble anymore logging in, because just to show you, we are in here. Just thought we would show that off. But having said that, we go back here. There was a tweet while we started this video here about Tribble. So this was a tweet about 24 minutes ago. So sorry, I can understand the confusion in response to this. And that's my bad. The team is testing an internal update for Tribble. Players don't need to hop on Tribble to test anything. So with the whole investigation with the PC, things look fine. Let us know, though, Captains, if you're having trouble as of this video's release. So there you go. Thought we'd go over that. We'll give it one more refresh just in case they try to sneak something in there. Of course, we waited till the end of the day here to make sure that there's no more news. So there we go. We'll click on that image again to look at that awesome picture. And yes, we're going to definitely use that as a thumbnail. So super excited for this. Definitely going to get it. We're going to have some fun with both of these ships, test out those fighters, see how they go. But of course, Captains, hopefully this is something you've been looking forward to, because I know I have, especially for a COMMAND AKIRA. And again, that's the sole selling feature for me of this bundle is the Akira. And you know what? It's great that we're also getting the Vadore skin from Lower Decks there. So again, happy. Captains, let us know how you're feeling. So do us a favor, like the video, of course, but also comment below. Let us know if this is something that you'll be getting, and that maybe join us on stream and we'll do a TMP sort of styled pew pew night, maybe possibly in the near future. So with that said, of course, subscribe here to YouTube Bridge, and of course we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.